I can't even front though. Lately, I've been lazy. I ain't been naming no files. So you just been getting them stems as it. So I'm the guy. I hate it when
you're the one. You're the one I'm talking about.
I'm the one.
Damn, man, you missed the Untitled 5?
Bro, Diego be getting files. It's like instrument 1, instrument 2.
Jeez, bro. Hey, man. Wait, when you track them out, are you tracking them out in Ableton or are you tracking them out in FL Studio?
You know, I've been on FL, man.
Damn, I had a whole solution for you, bro. But
I will say, bro, as much as I vouch for Fruity Loops, their exporting is the dumbest. I hate how it works, bro. It makes no sense because you know how like in Ableton, if you make a track, it exports. So if you want to export it,
yeah.
Fruity Loops, you have to assign everything its own track. So the group stuff, you have to assign it to. It's a number thing.
Hold. Capital T on the plate. Are you telling me to export? It shows how many tracks I've exported in FL. To export in FL, you have to assign every track somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
So if I got a track, if I got a beat with 200 tracks in it, I have to go and somehow assign or route them somewhere to export them.
Exactly. I mean, it's a way you could do it easily, just like selecting and then start routing here, and then it does it, but it's still stupid, bro. Like that's the one thing I hate about it.
That is a reason move right there.
You don't know how many times I done sent like I had to send some files to get it mixed, and they was like, "Oh, you got to open hi-hat over the melody." I'm like, "Come on, bro."
Because your routing was a little sus?
Yeah, I put 2 on the same number. I'm just like, come on. And it's not, I mean, it's just an extra step that it's like, why is this here?
Yeah, Ableton is pretty cut and dry. You know, it's export. You want to export the master, selected stems, all stems, and the mat. Like it's pretty straightforward. I remember though with Ableton for a minute, I forgot which version, you couldn't export. It was something like you couldn't export the stems, or you had to do something funky. But they got this stuff together a few years ago. Where it's super easy, man. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
That and then I see it. Fruity Loops will make you be on your toes because with Ableton, I got spoiled because you could make a beat, dog, and not save, and then if it crashed, it pop right back up.
Fruity Loops don't do the same thing,
bro. It ain't none of that with Fruity Loops, dog. If that joint crash, it's a wrap, dog. It's over with. I was making one of the hardest joints. I'm like, yo, this is gonna go crazy. I went to go save it. That joint's like, gone.
Come on, Image Line. What are you doing?
I ain't made a beat since. It's been 4 or 5 days. I ain't made a beat since. I'm like, all right, I give up.
Jeez,
y'all got me.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and introduce the show. Anyway, despite what I just heard about Image Line, I'm gonna go ahead and have a happy show. What up? Welcome to Unquantized Podcast. This is another Friday. Let's get straight into the theme song.
You are now watching the Unquantized Podcast. Tune in on Instagram or YouTube to build the producer community. Live on Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, I was like, where the yays at?
Come on, man. You know I'm always being there with the yays. I started to put them in the actual song, and I was like, nah, I have more fun. Every time hitting
What's
that.
Up, everybody?
What up? I see fictionalized in here. Damn, my reading is super poor.
I thought it was DJ Drama. I saw DJ Drama. It's DJ P Drama. I was like, Drama King.
Oh shit, P Drama. What up? DMV legend in here. What up?
I thought it was Mr. Thanksgiving.
Hey, you know, he's P Drama. He Mr. Christmas.
Mr. Easter.
Smoking Aces said SoundOracle Triza. What up, man? What up with you, man?
Hey, what up, man?
What's up, Unquantized Squad? We haven't done this in a minute, but if there's anything you did this week that you're particularly proud of, that you want to tell the world about, tell the community so we can spam the hearts, big you up real quick, go ahead and put that in the chat. We'll periodically tell people about your greatness throughout the show. You know what I mean?
Sir.
I know people have been out here accomplishing some things, man, accomplishing stuff. So I kind of wanted to get into our segment early, and I'll make it quick. But I wanted to kind of get your take on a few things. So our segment, in case you don't know, is offbeat or in the pocket. All right. So we usually have one offbeat thing or 2 offbeat things, 2 in the pocket things. My offbeat thing of the week is people's reaction to WAP.
Oh my God, bro.
Dog, did I just wake up in like a whole different century where cursing and music hasn't come about yet?
Bro, WAP is probably on a list of dirty songs. I could probably name you 10 songs. I could probably name you 5 Lil' Kim songs right now that's dirtier than that one.
Easy. And don't forget about the Florida Trinity of ladies.
Who
yeah, hold the record Trina, for the nastiest song. Yep.
Trina, Jackie O, Kaya.
Yep. Bro, that's the Trinity right there, bro.
That one is like, you know what I mean? Like my neck, my back might be in. It's in the top.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me show you guys something. You see this shirt? This is one of my favorite shirts, y'all. If you've been watching the show, you know. This is Eazy-E holding a skateboard. Okay, let me tell you something. Eazy-E, part of NWA, arguably the most raunchy group ever. Come on. World's Biggest Dick. Everybody remember that song? It's a ton of. I'm not even gonna really get into all of their songs. So that leads to my question: is it just a problem that it's women? And that's not making it any better because we just named a whole bunch of women that did this before them. But is it a problem because it's women that made this song, or like I don't understand what the problem
I think it's because it's really popular women. Because I mean, no offense to Trina, Jackie O, or Kaya, but they were like hood famous. They're not like mainstream. Cardi B is like mainstream popular. Megan Thee Stallion is mainstream. They got Kylie Jenner in it. It's like a different level of famous, and I feel like that's the issue.
Yeah.
But dog, it's a song, bro. I know a lot of y'all not on TikTok like that, but everybody's making videos to this song by a dude named Beat King, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Club Godzilla. I ain't tricking. I'm just down, head down, pop that. And bro, I see hella kids making. I'm like, yo, y'all should have an issue with this before anything. Like the song jam. Don't get it twisted. The song is jamming, but it's just weird how people pick and choose which ones they like and they don't like.
I think people just bored, bro. To be outraged at something that's been going on for decades is outrageous to me, bro. Like, I don't know. And also tell us how y'all feel in the comments, but I am surprised at the surprise. And then I'm like, well, the people that are complaining aren't really surprised. They're just bored and it's the new thing to talk about. Because we've been here. We've been worse places before. Like, come on, man. It's a good adult entertainment, man.
The letter LB says Akinele had gargling noises. Bruh.
The title of his song is more raunchy than half the stuff they say in WAP.
And as a kid, I loved that guitar loop. And I just thought the beat was jamming. So as a kid, I didn't even understand what it was talking about. And I'm like, yeah, I love this song. And my family was like, no, not this song.
Yo, that song was the shit. I'm not gonna lie. When that joint came on, it was a rap. It was a super rap. And I was a fan of the sample. Prior, in case y'all don't know, we talking about Akinele, Put It In Your Mouth. That's the name of the song. The sample is from Brick, and the song is called Fun. I think the album is called Fun as well. Funny enough, no pun intended. The song Fun that was sampled for Akinele, Put It In Your Mouth was by Brick, and Brick was managed by Jermaine Dupri's father.
Michael Malden, the GOAT.
Yes, indeed. H2O Ave
had a career.
Man, listen. H2O Ave said they say nigga on the radio. Nothing else surprises me. Yeah, I can see that. Strangely enough, though, I don't know how people feel about this. I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I kind of believe in a whole freedom of speech in my music. And when I was in Paris last time, they played English rap songs on the radio, but because they weren't in French, they just kind of let everything ride. All the curse words, like everything, was nothing off limits. I was like, dog, this is liberating as hell. I'm in a cab in France, and they just going to town playing all the raunchy jams.
I mean, hey, bro, I could take it one step further. I don't know if y'all in the South, y'all probably heard some of they call them new oldies. Clarence Carter. Clarence Carter might be the nastiest songs I've ever heard. And you have to be over 45 to listen to new oldies. It's like a prerequisite. You can't even buy the CD.
You got to be over 50 or 55 to listen to new oldies. I think Clarence Carter was rocking like in This was definitely in the 70s. I don't even know how like early in the 70s, but Clarence Carter been raunchy. Listen, Clarence Carter, it was another dude named Blowfly.
Yeah.
Plus you can't forget about Rudy Ray Moore, who you know what I mean, Dolomite. All of them. Like it's been raunch on wax since way back in the day. So all this WAP, like come on, act like y'all been somewhere. Act like y'all are over 18 years old.
Bro, one of my favorite songs, Minnie Riperton, Inside My Love. Which the whole song is about getting the club shot up.
That's a fact. It was
whole song.
Super subtle. But yeah, she was definitely going there. Also, one of my, I gotta relate everything back to a sample. Also, one of the dopest samples used a million times in hip hop, most famously by Tribe Called Quest for Lyrics to Go. Yeah, bro. But yeah, many. But okay, and I'm not going to dwell on this too long. But if you look back at Millie Jackson in the 70s, she was the Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B of the 70s. Dog, she had a song called "Fuck You," where she did like the whole opera thing. So yeah, none of this is new, fam. None of this is new. So that's my offbeat of the week.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, offbeat. Let's see. Do we have any comments going on here?
Zulu Child said, "What about the petition to take Kylie Jenner off the music video?"
Oh,
I feel like anybody that's signing that petition is stupid. Because think about it. If I'm Cardi B, if I'm Meg Thee Stallion, and I had the opportunity to pick one of the biggest influencers, period, to be in my video, whether you like it or not, she did her job. You're talking about her.
Yeah, she was there. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know who it was at first. I feel washed because I didn't know. But once, because at first it didn't make sense to me, but once I knew, I was like, oh, I get it.
It was awkward. I ain't gonna front. It was like
it made no sense until you knew who it was.
But it's so weird that people sign a petition to something that's already out. Like they're just gonna cut her out the video and then re-drop the video. Like, no, there ain't nobody gonna do that. Like, yo, you're helping them out. They want you to talk about this.
Yeah, and there will be no way that they're gonna recut a video that is super popping right now. No, what was the reasoning behind wanting to take her off?
Just because it's who she is.
Because they don't rock with her.
Yeah, stupid.
Good a reason as any, I guess. Zulu Child said, "Nah, people just getting old." Hey, man, maybe, but I mean, even the people that's old, you are of an age where you have people that were doing music in your lifetime that were just as bad. I don't even know how old you could be for this to be too much for you. You would have to be over 60 for this to be too much.
And it's like it reminded me of that Tyler the Creator meme. And he was like, oh, the dude is crying, he's cyberbullying. He's like, close your eyes. It's like, yo, if you don't want to see it, yo, you know what I mean? Don't partake in just don't watch it.
Facts. Letter L said some men are intimidated when women express aggressive sexuality. Okay, that's a really good point. I got an air horn for that one. Give me the air horn. You know what's funny about men though? We act like we really want that, but if you go somewhere and you don't pursue a woman, like she just walks up to you and is just automatically like sexually aggressive, despite what we say we want and what we rap about we want and what we do in movies, men ain't ready for that shit. Ever. If you're a woman and you come up to a man in a club and you just get overly sexually aggressive, men are like, I don't even know.
Something's wrong.
I didn't initiate this. I don't know what to do.
Cold blue, guys. Cold blue.
Facts. I thought I would react like what was this man Channing Tatum in the movie, but I didn't. I froze up a little bit. Yeah,
hey, man. Let these ladies do what they want to do, man. Let them make the music. We can't say on one side we gonna like I love Future. I can't love Future and then be over here talking about Cardi B making a song.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. All right, man.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to stay on WAP. Someone said blowjob Betty.
that was
that's probably a name of a new oldies.
Yeah, them new oldies, bro. I got my start DJing in like those older clubs, like the new oldies.
Yeah.
And
it's a wild start, by the way.
Bro, them old people, bro, would be on one, dog, to them songs. like first you gotta think Cameo back in the day, walking around with a jock strap on, like
on the outside of his pants.
Talking, bro, on the outside talking about tastes like. Come on,
shout out to Larry
that
Blackman.
That was my argument with my parents when I would try to listen to stuff. I'm like, yo, I know the stuff y'all listen to.
Facts.
And it's just as bad. So you can't really talk about my songs. It was a good point. It was a valid argument. They couldn't really say nothing.
I bet you it didn't work for you though.
Oh no, after a while, like once I got to that age, my parents was like, and I was DJing. So I had the excuse to get every explicit record. And I'm like, hey, I'm making money. You know what I mean?
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Liddell says got in trouble for playing Candy Shop at the family reunion in 03. Damn, they was peeping the innuendos. That wasn't even like blatantly raunchy. Your family's sharp family right there.
Liddell said, hold on, what is Liddell? He said, speaking of Triza getting started at OG clubs and women being sexually aggressive, bro, them cougars. Bro, I wasn't even supposed to be in the club. I had to be a hot 15, 16 starting out DJing in them joints. You look just like your daddy. I'm like, get off me.
Facts, like, hey.
And then I see him at church the next day.
Yeah, and you got to call him Miss Idell. That's how you told me call you Linda. What you talking about?
I go to school with your grandson. He's in my class. Leave me alone.
And she like, when I feel that brown liquor, it don't matter, young man. Xxl Av said, when you don't get fouled with the words, you're in a safe place. There's some truth to that, actually.
That's real life.
It's actually a lot of truth in that. Okay. All right. So I didn't want to stay on this song forever, but my in the pocket is also related to the song. Because I'm going to tell you what my in the pocket was. I don't know if you heard it. What'd you say?
I said, what that shouty? What that is, shouty?
Plies' response to WAP.
Oh, I have not heard it, but it sounds great already. I'm a fan. If Plies, I'm sure he laughed at least 30 seconds through the whole joint.
I wish. Who better to do a response right now to that song than Plies? I thought that was super smart. It was brilliant. And it reminds me of like old mixtape era. As soon as somebody came out with a hit song, there was a response song. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
50 was like one of the kings of that. And response songs always do better to me when they are responses to the opposite sex. Like if the opposite sex makes a song about sexuality or relationships, when the opposite sex makes a dope response song to it. I used to love that shit back in the day. Since I fell in love with hip hop, like that has been my shit. So I thought that was genius applies. Man, I mean, he capitalizing on the moment, man. I mean, look at my man though. He did I'm Not a Racist.
That is true. And see,
because it was a sign of the times.
They put it in the chat. They said no pigeons. That's when you start saying that. That's what it made me think of.
Yep, exactly.
That was like the joint.
Shout out to Sporty Thieves, I believe that was.
Lee, when was the last time you said that one in a sentence?
Yeah, Sporty Thieves. They had that. They had pigeons, and they had a whatever song that was that came out around the same time. Damn, Sporty Thieves. That was a late 90s throwback, actually. I was about to say early 2000s, but no.
Sporty Thieves sound like a streetwear clothing brand. It would be like on Fairfax in Los Angeles.
That's a fact. Like, damn, we got to go on stage and we ain't pick a name yet.
Yeah.
Let's somebody pick one. Yeah.
Athletic gear. And what did we used to do still? Sporty Thieves.
Let's text your uncle, see what he thinks our name should be. You know, you guys look sporty, but I still think hip hop is just stealing old music. Y'all some sporty thieves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I believe that's what that name.
We need a deep dive on how everybody came up with their names back in the day.
That is a fact. Somebody said Salt and Pepper Showstopper. Fact. Facts though. Facts. Yeah. Sporty Thieves, man. Man, all good. All good. So speaking of new music, climbing the Billboard charts currently right now. Let's give it up for Phil Collins.
Bro, I'm so amazed by this. Bro, kids, and I get it, bro. At one point, I was the young kid. God, it makes me feel old about like understanding like kids not knowing certain music.
Facts.
But the fact that these kids are finding out about Phil Collins from a damn meme and a challenge is making me sick. And bro, the other one that makes me sick, bro, it's a SWV remix called "I Get So Weak in the Knees." But it's like a Baltimore Club version, and the kids have never heard the real one. So they do this thing where it's like the something about the way that make me do, and then they play that part, and then the drop don't come, and everybody looks surprised. Bro, I be wanting to fight them kids, bro.
Like, no,
how dare you disrespect SWV? How dare you?
At least don't look surprised in front of me when it's not what you thought it was. Like, come on,
Sisters with voices.
Facts, though. Welcome to hip hop. Come on, man. Definitely. But yeah, Phil Collins, in case you haven't heard, Phil Collins in the Air of the Night is back on the Billboard Hot 100
Crazy.
Because of a YouTube reaction video from two YouTube twins. Tim and I forgot their names. Their last name is Williams. Anyway, they do YouTube reaction videos, and for whatever reason, they were having their first listen to "In the Air of the Night" this week, and it went crazy. And apparently, they love the song, so I can't be mad at that.
Phil Collins slapped though.
Dog, who don't love Phil Collins?
Phil, as Joe Budden called it, the white soul. He's in there. Phil Collins got the ill drums, the ill mixing. Like production game is fire. You can't front on Phil Collins, bro, at all.
That's facts. So shout out to Phil Collins. And this goes back to our conversation we've been having over the past few weeks about hits. See, when people come at me with certain songs that they say are hits, I'm like, no, because I'm comparing it to songs like Phil Collins in the Air of the Night, where 6 million years later, this joint is back on Billboard #1 because, you know, whatever. But it is a testament of it being a true hit. It's definitely a hit, man. So shout out to Phil Collins. And not only did is the in the Air of the Night get a lot more streams and all that good stuff, all of his work from his solo album surged. And he had like over 11,000 downloads in like some short amount of time. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing week for Phil Collins for In the Air of the Night. Again,
bro,
I'm guessing it's the 4th time.
Oh yeah, he like, that's the gift to keep on giving. I wonder, is this how my uncle felt when like the 3-6 Mafia like Gotta Stay Fly dropped, and then he thought it was Willie Hutch? He like, oh, what you know about this?
Damn, Willie back on the scene. I thought Willie was there.
Then that drop came, like, yo,
what y'all do to Willie?
Why y'all do Willie like that? No, but it's crazy how like these memes. It's weird how music transitions. At one point, the DJ was the guy breaking records. Then it was blogs. Then for a little second, it was playlists. Now it's the memes, bro. Like, think about, bro, Aon Keys, man. We got to give them some awards because you got to think something new, right? Mm-hmm. Something new is at least 3 to 4 years old.
It's still killing.
And that meme sparked it back up. Yep. The meme happened way after the fact. And then they hit #1 again after that. All these random songs, that Cookie Kawhi, that Baltimore Club song, like If I Back It Up, all these songs are from memes, and then they blow up. Fact. Even Old Town Road, that's why, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Old Town Road blew up off of meme.
It's different now, man. It's super different. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's re-catching fire off of memes. And that just shows you the day and age that we're in. Like, there's some downsides, like people don't get paid what they want to get paid from streaming, but also it's easier to have something happen to give you a resurgence in some of your work. So, you know, that's the upside. However, the downside is still like unfair pay, and that's not the move.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Letter L beat says Phil Collins, Average White Band, New Shoes. Man, New Shoes got a slap. Jane Child, one of my favorite songs ever is I Don't Want to Fall in Love.
Whoa.
And the original, I prefer the original over the Teddy version.
Can you say that?
I'm saying it.
Can you say that without fear of repercussion?
I'm saying it, bro.
No, I have to agree with you. Facts.
Them chords is stupid, bro.
Facts. Prentice says when he was with Genesis, referring to Phil Collins, when he was with Genesis, also blue-eyed. So that's a fact. Here's a Genesis fact for you, by the way. One of our favorite hip hop songs. It's one of your favorites. I don't care who you are. It's one of your favorites. Spody Odie Dopalicious by Outkast is a flip or interpolation of a Genesis song.
I did not know that.
When it comes on, you can hear it immediately. Forgive me if I can't think of the song right now. I have it in my library. Maybe I'll post it later if somebody wants to know what it is. But yeah, it's a flip of a Genesis song. And I always thought Dungeon Family was super smart for this shit that they flipped back in the day that people just did not know. Yeah.
Organized noise,
definitely.
Forget about it.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So, man, shout out to Phil Collins, bro.
Okay. Smoking Aces has a good question. He says, "Do you believe that falling off is no longer a thing?" No,
that's still a thing.
Yeah, people can definitely fall off.
Yeah. Falling off is still a thing. However, it's easier to get, in my opinion, it's easier to get back on or pivot or rebrand now. It takes less effort. Like, think about it. If you had a site or just some particular brand that for whatever reason, let's say you got infested by cancel culture or something crazy like that, you could get another site and rebrand yourself pretty much overnight. Whereas back in the day, you would have, depending on who you were and what you did, you might have to open a new store or, just do a whole bunch of other shit. So falling off is still a thing, but it's easier to get back on, pivot, or save yourself, in my opinion.
Yeah. I feel like, because back in the day, I feel like it was an era, like, if you looked at, like, Ja Rule or, well, I don't know if Ja Rule is a good example, like Ashanti, right? How people say, like, she's not as popping as she was. But now, if you look at Ashanti, bro, Ashanti is out here, bro. Like, we might not be hearing her music, but in other avenues, she killing it, bro. Like, I always see her on the timeline. I always see people making posts about her. She might not be getting it from the way we ideally, like, know her from, but she's doing other stuff. Maya the same way. All these people.
Facts.
So they haven't really fell off. They just kind of, I feel like social media makes it so you could be influencers and doing all this other stuff and still make a living, rather than back in the day, it was like, yo, if your music career didn't work, that was a wrap. Like, look at Joe Budden. Joe Budden probably is the greatest example of someone.
He's reinvented himself 3 times, bro. At least 3 times.
Yeah. And killing, bro. And every time gets better. I feel like Podcast Joe is better than.
Oh, yeah. He's better than Jump Off Joe. He's better than the All Love Lost mixtape circuit Joe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is the best Joe Budden rebrand yet. I can't wait to see what the next one is.
Because I wasn't a big Joe Budden rap fan. But as a podcast, bro, as soon as that podcast dropped, dog, I'm like on it, bro.
Every time, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Random thing I appreciate about that podcast too is that they post the new episode very early in the morning.
Oh yeah, so as soon as you wake up.
That. Yeah, as a person that gets up at 5 o'clock and goes walking at 5:30 in the morning or something like that, that Joe Budden podcast on a Saturday morning or on a Wednesday morning is right there for me.
DJ Street Orchestra said, "So much trash out, kids searching for old hits."
Could be. Well, that's an interesting question though. What made those kids listen to that song?
I don't know, because I've been seeing a meme too with that same little part where it's like something be falling and it's like making that drum fill sound.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know if it came from that, but I do feel like, don't get me wrong, it's a bunch of trash music, but it's also at the same time the access to make a bunch of trash music. I feel like it's some of the best music coming out and some of the most creative stuff coming out at the same time. So we can't. I don't know, for some reason the trash stuff gets more promo. But bro, dog, my brother sent me like this whole project. It sounds like the Neptunes, bro. Like
old Neptunes or new Neptunes?
Bro, they sound like 2000 like Noriega Neptunes, and it's a whole. They did it well. Like some NERD in there, and I was just like, bro, this is crazy. Like, damn. But it's like I never would have heard of these guys if it wasn't somebody else sending it to me. So I think I just want to be the devil's advocate for that. I feel like it is trash music out there though, but we gotta do some little digging, get that other stuff out.
It used to be different barriers to keep, and I use the term loosely, trash music out. Like somebody's just clearly like not it and not good. it used to be barriers to that, but now if you want to make bad music, whatever that is to you, and put it out, you can. There's nobody to go through now. So I just think there is a lot of trash music that came to the surface because it could, but it's still just as much good music out there as it's ever been. You just gotta search for it a little bit more. That's all. Yeah. So
let's see. Fictionalized says she wrote a song about cancel culture.
Damn, look at you, cutting edge. Writing songs about the topics on our future shows.
Let's see. Zulu says, in this day and age, as long as your stuff is fire, people forgive a lot. Kanye wouldn't have been nearly as much hate coming his way if the music was still fire. I don't know about that. At a certain point, you gotta.
Yeah, outrageous is outrageous, and sometimes your outrageous can be way more than the good music that you put out. No pun intended. I don't know. Kanye, I agree with what you're saying, but I think Kanye is not a good example of that.
Yeah, he's pushing it. Kanye pushing it as much, and man, this whole Kanye thing hurts my soul, dog. Because until I say My Dark Twisted Fantasy, that before I was the biggest Kanye fan. Like I would fight somebody about Kanye. I would just sit there every morning, wake up and watch the Hedy Slimane. It's been like that for a minute. I would wake up and just watch that during every day, bro. Now it's just like, yo, get this man away from me, dog. I don't want to see this. So, I don't know, man. It sucks. Yeah.
I was late being a Kanye fan. I was when Kanye came on as a producer, I was a Kanye versus Just Blaze, and I'm picking Just Blaze type guy. And then once he became an artist, I really liked him, but I always looked at him more as a producer. But like you said, by the time My Dark Twisted Fantasy came around, I was sold. And I feel like I got there late, and I'm mad I got there late because I was quickly off the boat just as fast as I got really on the boat. Yeah, so damn you, Kanye. And I couldn't forgive him for messing up the Nas album. However, listen, man. People here know how I feel about Nas. It's not a secret anymore in this podcast. However, I am fully prepared to walk back the craziness I've said about Nas recently if this Nas and Hitboy album is fire, which I believe it will be. Because
Hitboy doesn't disappoint.
Never. Hitboy doesn't disappoint. And I am fully prepared to not take back all my Nas slander, but get back on the Nas boat. Because although I've been very critical of him over the last, 50 years, I am fully prepared to be a fan because I want to be a fan of Nas, because I was once a fan of Nas and it changed my life at that point. When his first album came out, my whole life was just changing at that point. So I want to be a Nas fan, and I think Hitboy is going to get me back into the Nas category, and I can't wait. I can't wait, bro, because one of Nas's biggest critiques is that he picked bad beats. Exactly. Yeah, with Hitboy, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there will be no bad beats. I've never heard a bad beat by Hitboy ever,
bro. I still want to hear that joint he played on that Versus with Nipsey and Big Sean. That joint, like,
bro, he's a man. He a beast and been a beast for a long time. Also thought the verses that he did was gonna make people know how much more of a beast he was, or put people on. But I think Versus was it was still too new at the time, and I don't think people really got it. Like, Hitboy needs to be celebrated just a bit more.
Yeah, Ponzu said Derek is on that project too. It's gonna be fire. That was something I don't even want to get too in depth, but that was something that I was like, oh wow, I didn't see that one coming. Yeah, so y'all take that as Derek is not a producer. I'll put it like that.
Got you.
Yeah, so that one kind of caught me off guard, but hey, at this point, only thing I will say, if this album isn't good, we gotta slander this man. We got. If it's not good, he's gotta catch it.
You fucked me up because in my mind, this shows you how much faith I have in Hitboy. When you said if this album isn't good, I got a feeling in my stomach that I hadn't had before, because it never crossed my mind that this album could not be good.
Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna be because of the beats.
Yeah, we all know if it's bad, we all know who was going to be on. As a Hitboy has never disappointed, and I said what I said about Nas. So
now, has Nas ever had somebody like producing him, or was he one of those guys that he strikes me as one of those guys like I get the beats and then I'm gonna go do my thing. He don't strike me as I'm in the studio getting produced kind of guy.
I can't call it, but I do know throughout his career, at least when I was following him heavy, it was big name producers who I know produced, but it was a variety of them, not really like one producer that he's
One Direction. Right.
Yeah, One Direction. Shout out to them. But yeah, he had P Rock, Premier, LES, Q-Tip, a few like heavy hitters, but when his albums there would be a whole bunch of them. But even when Nas got with Dr. Dre, it still wasn't hits.
Yeah, I hated those songs. I ain't even front. I hated them songs.
Yeah, some artists and producers just aren't a good combo. No matter how good they are. Look, Nas and Kanye West. I don't know if that was what was going on with both of them at the time, but look at that combo that didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it goes to show like both of y'all could be GOATs at whatever it is that you do in your respective fields, but it just might not work out, man.
Yeah, I'm interested though. Hitboy, I feel like was a very good choice because Hitboy one's got his pulse on like what's going on, but he still could give you them hard hitting kind of beats. So, because I feel like with Kanye, it depends on what Kanye you're getting, right? And then Kanye might not necessarily mean you're getting a Kanye beat. You're getting a beat from somebody else that's oversaw by Kanye, if that makes sense.
With a Mike Dean solo on it.
Yeah, but Hitboy, you gonna get Hitboy drums and Hitboy, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, you're gonna get all that. You might even get a video of him making the beat.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're gonna pick somebody, I feel like that was a good choice. So I'm excited. I actually want to hear this. Hopefully it's good. I'm hoping, because again, I feel weird not liking Nas. I feel like I'm like one of the weird people's like, yeah, what's wrong with me? What am I? It's like how Kevin Hart is the perfect example. Every time I hear Kevin Hart, I don't think it's funny. And I'm like, bro, is there something wrong with me? Like, I just don't think none of this is funny. And it's nothing against him. It's just, for me, it don't work.
I'm kind of there with you. Some things, it just don't work. Like, you don't want to see, you definitely don't want to see the person do bad. You're like, no, keep doing your thing and keep winning. But I have to acknowledge that it is not for me. It's the Tyler Perry epidemic, I would call it.
Good example.
Yeah, I want nothing but success for Tyler Perry. Like, come on, bro. He's a pioneer in Black culture and entertainment and business, all that shit. However, when he makes a new movie, I know it's for my aunt. It's not for me. But I'm not going to be like, yo, Tyler Perry's trash. He's definitely not trash. It's just not for me. So I don't think it's enough realization of things that aren't for you in hip hop, just in general. Zulu Child says, SoundOracle, I still don't believe you wake up every day at 5 a.m. Believe it, buddy. Buddy. Yeah. I might wake up at 5:30, but I feel like I'm late. Like I'm late to the party if I wake up at 5:30. Oracle
got up, took some laps, went to the store, and then got his day started. And then I'm waking up at like 11.
Oh, by 11? I'm like, bruh, I'm late for lunch at 11. Yeah. I will say this though. Here's a little producer, maybe a producer gems, because somebody hit me up about this. And funny enough, this week they asked me about me waking up early. And I wake up early because, like I said, I go walking. Sometimes I try to jog. Well, let's keep it real. Most of the time I'm walking. Because if I don't do that first thing in the morning, things are going to happen throughout the day. And I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be too wrapped up with stuff. So I get out there before people go to work. I get out there before the sun come up. And I just go ahead. It's called Eating Your Frog. Now, I believe it's from Mark Twain or something like that. If you eat a frog, if the first thing you do during the day is eat a frog, the rest of the day can't be any worse than that. And that basically just means do the stuff that you don't want to do or the most pressing stuff first. Yeah.
Early.
Facts.
That was my freeway voice.
That was a good one, man. Even without the beard, you nailed that shit.
I'm trying. Give me 4 more years. It's gonna happen. This is not related to production. I saw somebody in the comments named Bike Life, bro. I've turned into that guy. I've become that guy that's got the bikes on the back of his car.
Are you Bike Life or electric Bike Life?
Bro, I actually went and copped the regular boy. I copped a road bike.
Oh shit.
I copped and it ain't no Walmart bike. I had to go to a specialty bike store, and they had to build it. Like I was really about that. I'm about that life now. I'm that guy now.
That's gangster. You're the outdoor equivalent to the person that brings his own bowling shoes to the alley.
Oh yeah, that's me. I got the brace, everything. That's me.
Bringing your own pool cue to the pool hall. Like, nah, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you too deep.
You remember that episode of Fresh Prince when Uncle Phil had to win back that money?
He came in there and cleaned them up. Man. That's when Will lost his money to that chick, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's me. I'm coming through with a little suitcase.
Yeah, man. James Avery came in there. He cleaned them up, man. He cleaned them up. Let's see what we got in these comments real quick.
We'll see. Smoking says, y'all see those XXL freestyles? Cringe. Oh god.
I didn't. I heard about them, but I heard the lineup this year wasn't too bad. I didn't hear the freestyles though.
I'm not mad at the lineup though, but
yeah,
again, you're giving people who don't really freestyling isn't like a requirement like it was before. So it's like, are you mad at people who can't freestyle? Because when do you have to freestyle nowadays?
It's a good question. When do we change the either change the wording we use for freestyle or change the definition for freestyle? Because it's been like 15 years that freestyling has not been what it once was and what it is now.
And we're gonna keep it a buck and know that like it was people that was freestyling back in the day and they just had that hidden 16 that you just ain't heard. Yeah. But they just keep it in the tuck for when they go.
Facts. You know who used to spoil it for them? Their homies.
The hype man.
Like, dog, stop saying the end of his lines.
Like, how you know I was gonna rhyme "see it" with onomatopoeia? Nobody's gonna guess that off rip. You know
and
what I
they
mean?
couldn't help it. Even when they were told about it, you still see them like mouthing the end of the line when they're there. I'm like, come on, bro. Y'all ain't friends. I don't want friends like y'all. No hype.
Yeah, I mean, it was some bad ones though. Like the like people making fun of Smoke Perp. I just don't. When I look at Smoke Perp, I don't look at him to freestyle. So it's like, if he had a bad freestyle, I'm not really surprised because I'm not looking. His music is like turn up. I'm on my vibe kind of stuff. So I'm not looking at him to like, yo, he's the greatest freestyler.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad. It was bad, but you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's not a requirement now. And I just think if the terminology was changed, because when you see somebody like him go up and then he just does whatever he does, that's one thing. But when you label it as a freestyle, now here comes all the critique for whatever might have been there, and then the critique of calling it what you called it. And technically, he didn't call it a freestyle. He just got up there and did his thing. So I think we need to change the definition of freestyle. Because to me, freestyle is just off the top, you know, just being great at being an MC. Everything else is just you spitting a verse or you just rapping. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But just stop calling shit a freestyle and we'd be good.
I'm seeing somebody say, Triza, come on. I'm guessing this is the Nas.
What'd you do?
I don't know, but I just saw Triza, come on.
Hey, listen, somebody said SoundOracle finally some positive talk about Nas. Listen, man, I want to talk about Nas a lot. Yeah, I want to. Trust me, I want to talk positive about him.
Jamie Adams just says, hey dudes, what's going on, my G?
What's happening with you? I want to ask you. And when I say you, I'm talking to Triza, but I'm talking to all y'all in here. Did you see the Master P documentary series?
Bro.
Talk to me.
I might not like Master P's shoes, any music from 2005 and up, and I'm not eating those noodles or rap snacks.
Come on, you don't want no Master P ramen?
But my respect for that man is super high, dog. Like, his business sense is like incredible. Like, I've never eaten those noodles, but I get, bro, smart play. It's like, yo, we eating these joints anyway. Might as well be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That whole documentary is. I missed the first two, so I started on 3, and then I saw like 2 or 3 of them. So I got to go back and finish it. But incredible. I'm excited for the more of them.
So you're gonna go back to catch the first two, right?
Oh yeah, bro. It was so good that I was like, oh, I gotta go back and watch these joints.
Okay. See, dope. Hey, spam the hearts in the chat if you've seen the Master P doc on BET. If you haven't, I suggest you watch it. I saw it. I saw the whole thing, all the episodes. I kind of binged it. I binged 1 through whatever before the last one was, and I saw the last one by itself. I will say this. This was one of the most well done documentaries I've seen.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because you could kind of tell what they were working with as far as who they were talking to. And this is no slight to anybody they were talking to, but like who they were talking to, the footage they got, and then what they turned it into.
Exactly.
And I always say, whenever you have reenactments, let alone not only reenactments, but reenactments with people with machine guns that they're actually firing. Like, it's some little money on the budget.
Oh yeah. Normally the reenactments be the worst part, but the mystical, like going into the record label reenactment, like I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah. I needed that. It painted the picture.
Yeah, it was good, man. It's really well put together. I have seen some criticism from certain people, certain noteworthy people that are like it wasn't accurate. A lot of shit that was said or reported wasn't true.
It's a documentary, though.
You know, I get it. And there are going to be responses to the documentary and documentaries about the documentary. And, you know, everybody got to speak their truth. I totally get that. But I'm not here to say what's fact and what's not fact because I wasn't there. Right. I don't know. I'm not from the Calio projects. But I do know the production value on this documentary, very good. It was very well put together. Somebody put some money behind it. And another thing that I could also spot on this joint, you could tell when the person the documentary is about has a lot to do with it versus somebody else. Because every time Master P tells a story in this doc, it's very reminiscent of Soulja Boy talking about when them niggas ran up in his house. I grabbed the joint and it was like it jammed up, and then I was like, Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? And then I shot, and it's a lot of storytelling element to it, which doesn't make it bad, but you could just tell like the people who it's about and the people that made it were gelling well together. You know what I mean?
Heard me?
Yeah, so it was cool, man. Let's see if anybody got some words.
Oh, shout out to the 100 viewers on YouTube.
Hey.
What happened?
So that means I gotta open my YouTube tab. I'm gonna go.
You
there.
Heard me?
Yeah. Shout out to him on there.
What documentaries would y'all want to see? Like, bro, you know a documentary that I would love to see if they ever made would be that whole Baseline Rockefeller, like Kanye Just Blaze, that whole series. Yeah.
Now that would be fire.
Like the production and how they got
footage.
Oh, they got it, bro. All them cameras, them big old cameras people used to carry around like that. It's got to be some footage.
The over the shoulder blickies.
That boy, them joints used to go ham.
That would be a good ass documentary though.
I want to see some like good production ones, like just like not necessarily all about production, but like I love the No Limit one because it was showing like building with these people and like forming something. Like, so I would like to see like the Just Blaze kind of come up, even like Alchemist and like how he started with the whole like
real production shit.
Yeah, just like seeing from like the beginning to like, all right, we made it here. Even like G Unit with God, why can't I think of homie's name? Shy Money XL. I don't know. I was about to call him Ski.
That's all right. Shy Money XL.
Shy Money XL.
I would take that. The Alchemist one, I would really take. I think that would be dope. Also, I got a million thoughts running through my head right now. Okay. One documentary I'm mad as hell that they actually made, but I could not find because they took it away, is the Organized Noise joint.
Oh, they took it away?
They put it on Netflix. From what I saw, it came out on Netflix in like 2016 or something like that. And it's gone, bro. I cannot find that joint anywhere. I found it on YouTube, but they made it double speed or something crazy on YouTube because to get over the copyright shit.
Smart.
So then when you try to play it at a regular speed, it's just not good. And it's shitty video and everything. So it wasn't worth watching. But I want to see that.
Does it look like the Matrix when they're doing like all the little slow motion?
Bro, it looks worse.
Everything sound like a turntable's all pitched up.
Yeah.
I love that documentary. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like BT. I feel like they should just stop doing all the other stuff and then stick to that kind of stuff. Like the No Limit was great. I know they're doing a Rough Riders one.
I wanted to get into that next too. Because they actually showed the first one of that Wednesday night. They showed the first Rough Riders joint.
Oh, word.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't even see it. I gotta check it out.
The Rough Riders joint, it's good. It's a slower start. It's a slower cook up than the Master P joint, but I could tell like it's about to get good. Like the first episode, which is the only one they showed so far, it's cool, but it's not as eventful as the first episode of the Master P joint. But I'm sticking with it. For a bevy of reasons, but I think it's really going to be good. And anything DMX is a part of on camera, you got to watch that shit.
Where my dogs? Yeah, anytime you're going to hear somebody barking at the joint,
yeah,
I'm with it.
I had a bet as to how many episodes it was going to take before we saw DMX cry. I lost. It was episode 1.
Oh, it was a trailer?
I didn't see the trailer. He might have cried in the trailer, honestly. But yeah, just know he cries in episode 1, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna cry in every episode after 1 as well.
I had a over under bet for how long he prayed on the verses.
Yeah. You should have did a how fast because he got into that prayer ASAP.
Yeah, and I should have bet on how long the prayer was gonna be.
I would have.
DMX is the guy that he pray. It's like you ever be at like your family house and they start praying and you mad hungry and you just like, come on, bro, hurry up, please. I get it, but like, hurry it up.
When you hungry, they always pick the oldest member of the family, the one that's like has the most to be thankful for. You're like, damn, bro.
They got 90 years of thankfulness. Like, I get it, but just cut it down. Look, give me the condensed version. Give me the cliff notes, my G.
Facts. I feel like trash though, because back in the day when I was like in my like college days, I would come home for Thanksgiving and I'm like, y'all gotta go hook up with some friends in the city in like an hour and a half, man. Let's get this thing popping, shall we? And then the grace be like 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Yeah,
don't let it be family and friends day. Come on, you in there?
Not family and friends day. Hold on, I think this text might be important. No, it's not. It's not.
Right, I gotta get this BlueStacks together. The scroll is a little difficult for me.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought you were talking about Blue Chew at first.
Oh no. Blue Chew.
I was about to be like,
Unquantized.
Yeah, they're not a sponsor, so we're not really gonna talk about them. But yeah, let's see. Rough Riders Dog, definitely talked about that. Nas and Hitboy. Oh, by the way, Nas and Hitboy have a release date, August 21st, I'm saying. But no one knows if it's a song or album that's coming out on the 21st. Okay.
Did you check out the new Drake?
I didn't. I'm hearing good things about it though.
It's a vibe. It reminds me of older Drake.
That's what I'm hearing. And is somebody else on it?
Lil Durk.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah. And the video, they got everybody in there. They got a bunch of people. They got Kevin Durant, Odell Beckham was in there. Somebody else was in there. I'm forgetting. It's weird. This is a very producer thing. I like sometimes when the records, when the music is mixed kind of high, like this one, the horn and pad kind of joint is mixed a little high. Normally with Drake stuff is like the vocals is like super on top.
On top, yeah.
Yeah, this is like the opposite, and I like it that way. Like I like that little, you know what I mean, the inverse of what it is. It just reminds me of like a older song.
Yeah.
Like it's not as polished, but it's dope. I like it.
Yeah. Hey man, I think people need to bring back the imperfections in music a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shit like things being mixed wrong. Like Dilla used to kind of be like that. Certain things like a lot of times the sample, you're like, wow, that sample's really loud. It's way louder than it should be, but it's giving the whole vibe to it.
Yeah, I had to give notes on a mix, and basically my notes was, it sounds too clean. Please make it a little more janky. That's what I want. Yeah, turn the 808 up. I don't care if it clips a little bit, like more janky, less polish.
No, those some real ass notes though. Like off the no bullshit. Those are some good notes. Because I found myself thinking that a lot of times about a lot of things that I hear. I'm like, damn, it's too clean. I was talking to somebody on the phone. I forgot who it was about a week ago, and we were talking about music and sonics and all that shit. And it was like a lot of people are sonically good, but they're almost sonically too good, like too pristine. Like if it's something you could do to just janky it up just a little bit.
Bro, that's why I swear all these like, and I don't want to. I'm trying to think how to say it without it sounding. No, I'm saying like hood producers is just being a crib.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I feel like everybody likes their beats is just because it's technically wrong. Like if you gave that to an engineer, they'd be like, bro, this 808 is too much. It's too much. I love it like that. I like when it's like kind of like janky a little bit, like where it's like the 808 is like OD. Yeah. It's like, oh, and the music is hella thin. It's like, yo, it's kind of a style. Like I enjoy it.
Yeah, you're right. As somebody who grew up on GoGo PA tapes, I think that's where my love of imperfection in music comes from. Other than like older music, like just growing up in the go-go community, everything was live and they would tape every show, and then you could go buy the tape at your local kiosk at the mall or whatever. And it was horribly mixed. Like everything is super distorted. Like the drums is just saturating and killing everything. The hi-hat is just smeary. Those tapes were bad, and that's what made them so great. And that's part of what I try to put in my sound now. Is just from GoGo, man. Like that and like Bollywood, same way.
That's
horrible mixes. I hate hearing like clean. Imagine hearing an old Bollywood song but clean. It wouldn't even sound right. It's got to be
horrible.
Yo, the highs have to be screaming to the point where they're bleeding your ear out. There's no lows. Somebody's like terrible mixed vocals are like soprano in your ear. It's a horrible mix, but it lends to the whole vibe of that genre at the time.
And it's like when you hear something like that, it's like, I could fix this. I could polish this. So it give you room for imagination. When it's too polished, just kind of like,
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Okay. All right. Hold on. We about out of time on this segment already.
Oh, I know. Quick statement. Smoking Aces says, why can no go-go singers actually sing?
Oh, come on. We're going to talk about that in the next segment. Smoking, when you come back in here, please, for the love of God, remind us of that. I kind of want to get into that at the top of the hour. So anyway, listen, we're about to get off and we'll be right back. But before we leave, don't forget, if you haven't already, pick up Ben Trappin' 5. It is the ultimate go-to trap library, produced by yours truly, me and young Triza over here or over there, depending on what you're looking at. And I've been getting a lot of good responses on this. Oh,
yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't already, man, go pick up Ben Trappin'. We'll talk about it more in the second half. But if you're on YouTube, just hang tight. If you're on Instagram, we are out of here, but we are coming right back. Please, please, please join us when we come back. All right.
Yes, sir. And young YouTube, I don't know what happened there.
I think I know. I think I know.
We went to like almost like 200 real quick.
I put some links out there for the YouTube channel this week, and I put countdown timers on all the links, so people got reminders. So I think that's what did it. I'm about to click yeah. I'm about to go back live though.
It's skitty.
Bam. Just clicked. All right, we back for the second half. Unquantized Podcast. We are bike,
not back. You gotta say bike.
No, we bike. That's one
bike.
Keep hitting this round of applause. So I'll bring young Triza in. And that's when I hit the air horn. Oh man, he might be in here. Young Triza's about to show up.
We bike.
Is he in here? He's in here.
I'm here.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the second half of Unquantized Podcast. We are bike. Once again, in case you haven't already, pick up Ben Trappin' 5, the ultimate
sample library
Produced by yours truly and the young man over here, young Triza. You know, it's our 5th installment, man. We've been doing this series for 5 years, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
5 years. We've been giving the people what they need, and apparently it's getting better and better every year. I'm hearing great responses to this. So if you haven't already, hit up SoundOracle.net or theproducerkit.com. Pick up Ben Trappin' 5.
Yes, sir. And if you get the deluxe, you get a bonus.
Talk to them. Talk to the people, man.
You get a bonus 80 MIDI hi-hat samples. Bro, I don't know about y'all, but I hate programming hi-hats and the velocities, doing all the little triplets in between. So this will save you a bunch of time. Just drag them over there. You can change them around, do whatever you please with them. With a good foundation.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. So let me go ahead. Hold on. I think I have another drink waiting for me in the second half of the studio. So if you could hold the chat down for like 2 seconds, and I'm gonna go hunt down the second drink.
Okay, Young Binary Zodiac, what up? Shout out to the dude that says he cracks samples. Reporting you.
Bam.
Reporting you.
Shout out to the bartender.
Smoking Aces says GoGo. Okay, let's do it. GoGo is Oracle's like specialty. I know about it. Don't get it front. I'm from the DMV, but we're gonna let Oracle speak on it.
Man, listen. Oh wow, I don't know what this drink is, but this is amazing. Shout out to the bartender. So are we on Smoking Aces question about why all go-go singers can't sing? Man, it is one of the greatest mysteries of the universe. But I can tell you this: when you have a go-go song and the lead singer can really sing, it is so disappointing. It does not sound the same. Go-go is a thing. It's so raw, super percussion driven. If you haven't ever checked it out, go check it out. But whoever's singing the lead and the backgrounds can never sing. I mean, they can't hold a note. They can't carry a note 2 feet, but it gives it all of its character and its appeal.
I don't think I've ever heard a go-go song with a good singer in my life. I don't think I've ever.
The best one I've heard so far is probably Pieces of Me when it hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But she still had a little pitchy. She a little pitchy.
She was pitchy. On a scale of 1 to 10 as far as singers go, she might have been a 5+, maybe a 6 on a good day. And that was too good for go-go. That just shows you the level of bad singing that go-go requires to be authentic. You need to be like a 3 on the singing scale to be great at singing frontline in a go-go band. So
like if I practice for like a month, I could be a go-go singer. That's the requirements. Like I'm like a notch below where I need to be in singing. Like, and my singing's trash. Like y'all don't want to hear it.
Bruh, you sing too good to be in a go-go, man. I can tell by your speaking voice you sing too good to be in a go-go band.
Bruh, if I ain't got auto-tune all the way on 100, turn me all the way up because I don't want to sing.
Zulu Child says, sorry, Triza, what did you just say about the hi-hats? Was that a reference to Ben Trappin' 5?
Oh, yes, sir. If you get Ben Trappin' 5, the deluxe version, it comes with a special bonus. Only if you get the deluxe. Not only do you get the MIDI and the stems for the kits, if you get the deluxe, you get 80 bonus hi-hat MIDI patterns that you can just drag over there. A young 80, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some light.
Fire. And unlike go-go singers, these are good. These are in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
These are good. Yeah, but I don't know. But I will say, shout out to everybody who sang in a go-go band, who can't carry a note. You are what real go-go music is made of, and don't ever change.
Someone said they want to hear Triza hit them vocals, beats music. Bro, you want your ears, bro. You don't want that in your life.
Go ahead, get it. Oh, Mingo Venture said no practice needed. Facts, though. None. Let's see. That's like 90 singers. Hold on, wait. That's like 90 singers. Anybody could have gone platinum. 90s was a little tough.
Yeah, because they had the ghost singers. They would have one person as the front person, but then they had what was it, Snap, and they had the black lady singing all them songs, and then they showed somebody else.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Man, but shout out to GoGo. Gotta love it.
Is it wild that they kill Milli Vanilli for what they did, but then it's like the common thing now?
Nah. Did they kill Ashley Simpson?
They should have. That joint was hilarious. That was a classic.
They should have also killed everybody that was on Soul Train. I think that's crazy that Soul Train never allowed live performances. If you've ever seen a Soul Train performance, it's always been lip sync.
I never knew that.
Yes. Google any Soul Train performance, and I guarantee you it is 100% lip sync. Soul Train is like, nah, you are not going to fuck up my programming. No, thank you. No, thank you, new act. Give us your album.
JJ Bro 1 says, with TikTok possibly getting banned, is it even worth getting into TikTok now, or should I look into another platform? IG Reels.
Well, that's funny because the next topic I had on the thing was Instagram Reels. So to answer that question, I wouldn't say no at this point as far as like abandoning TikTok, because you can still upload your TikToks to Reels. You know what I mean?
Your Reels to TikTok, and they're the same format pretty much.
Pretty much. So yeah, if you already have TikTok, you're already doing stuff on it, I would ride until the wheels fall off and also start uploading my stuff to Reels. You know, it's no reason to totally abandon it.
And it's a big possibility that someone's going to come in and buy TikTok.
Yes.
And that, I mean, like, whatchamacallit, Microsoft, they need only thing they have is LinkedIn. Yeah. LinkedIn, I don't even consider that a social network. It's like unfun Facebook. It's even unfunner Facebook. That's what LinkedIn is to me. Like, I just got one recently just because someone told me I should have it. And I get so bored looking at it. I'm like, I've been away from the corporate world so long. None of that stuff makes sense to me. So I look at LinkedIn like, bro, I don't know what's going on here.
That's what I think it is. And I think that might be where people like me and you are fucking up, because we are so far removed from like corporate world and 9 to 5 that we see very little value in LinkedIn. When in fact, I'm pretty sure we could find a lot of value in it, but it sounds so counterintuitive and so unappealing to the way that we live life as far as entrepreneurs. So I think they need to do like the Knicks and get Steve Stout in there to like revamp LinkedIn. Yeah, kind of hype it up a little bit.
You know, it's crazy. One person that actually got me to sign up for LinkedIn was Realistic.
Yeah, he's the one that even has me looking at LinkedIn like, oh, okay.
It's just so boring, dog. It's just so boring. It's the most unfun. It's like the opposite of, it's like evil Facebook. You know what I mean? It's like Facebook to me is already unfun. LinkedIn is just kind of like, golly, bro.
Yeah, Facebook is for my older family members and a place to run ads.
Damn, Letter LB says, I use LinkedIn heavy to get the university gig. See, I'm slipping in. I must be slipping, dog. I just got it. They need to put some music or something behind it to keep my attention.
I get mad clients on LinkedIn. Yeah, it really matters what your profession is, what your niche is. And I still think people like us could benefit more from LinkedIn. It's just someone has to like hype me up a little bit more on it and show me a better ROI on it. But I'm not here to hate on LinkedIn by any means. I just don't know enough about it. But speaking of what you were talking about with TikTok and people taking it over, I'm seeing here that TikTok is valued at around 30 billion as Microsoft evaluates takeover. So yeah, Microsoft is looking to take it over, but that is a heavy evaluation. So TikTok, bro, in case you haven't heard, in case you've been under a rock, TikTok or something, TikTok is in jeopardy of being banned in the United States. So people are like, what are we going to do? And there are two solutions to it. Number one, some US company buy them. Microsoft is looking at that. People have been hearing about that. Also, at the same time, no coincidence, Instagram has unveiled Reels, which
Smart
is
move too.
Basically just listen, man. Instagram just implements everything that other platforms are doing, and they go ahead and they just duplicate it. Basically, just make the same thing and get the other people kind of out of business. But what I was saying, this should have been this could have been a segment for the In the Pocket segment. Is Microsoft looking to acquire TikTok, and also Instagram just straight jacking TikTok because they kind of see what's coming.
Instagram is like Debo from Friday. It's like, it's my chain. He's like, my mama bought me that chain.
Instagram, I'll let you wear that chain for a year. Now it's mine.
Yeah.
Damn,
they literally take out everything. The only thing is, it's too much in one app now. Instagram is starting to become cluttered. And the great thing about TikTok is the simplicity. It's like screen here. You swipe over to get between people you follow, and then the people, if you want to make it, at the bottom. Instagram has got too many different things going. You got stories, IG Live. I feel like now it's starting to become like the diner menu, where it's too many things, and it's like, all right, bro, I don't know where to look at, because everything takes you off on some random path. So I think either I heard Twitter was interested in buying TikTok.
I don't think that would be a good move.
Well, Microsoft is not the greatest move either. Somebody had mentioned it in here, but Mixer. So they tried to get into the gaming space like Twitch, and bro, they gave people a bag, dog. They gave Ninja, who is like he's like a big gamer. He does like Fortnite, bro. They gave him a bag, and then basically it's like, yo, you could keep the money. We're folding the company. So he walked away. He signed this deal and got, I want to say it was 30 million. It was something stupid though. It was like a ridiculous amount of millions. And then they folded the company, and then he just got to walk away and then go sign to another company for a crazy bag.
That sounds like my first production deal.
Bro,
awesome.
If anybody wants to give one of those deals away,
awesome.
I'm just saying, I'm right here.
Listen, man, young teenage or post-teen me, I caught a nice little 40K bag on a company that was about to fold. Man, you can tell me nothing. Then I slowly realized I wasn't going to make that amount of money for a long time after that.
Oh yeah,
and I should have saved a lot of that money, but I did not.
I ain't gonna front, man. Some of the best, and I've said this on this podcast before, but some of the best music entertainment journeys that I've had have been with people who have money and they want to get in the music business, and they just got that bread to spend because they don't have that label budget thing.
Yeah.
I spent 2 years in LA when I was supposed to be out there for 2 weeks. All because this guy I knew was like, he sold a company to Google, made hella money, and was like, yo, I want to get into music. Bro, I was supposed to be there 2 weeks, dog. And I was there 2 years living great times.
Hey, listen,
great times.
Shout out to the people that had dreams and their dreams didn't quite pan out, but a lot of people made out in the process.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
So any NBA players in the bubble, y'all listening, and y'all got money, y'all want to start a label?
Dame, holla.
Dame time.
Facts. Wait, we got a question here. What are your favorite chord generating plugins / Max for Live? Actually, I have an answer for this. Yes, chord generating plugins, and specifically Max for Live. Thought you could stump me on there, but you couldn't, because I actually have a plugin for you, brother.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Is Chord, actually it's called Chord Generator Pro. Actually, Chord Generator Pro 2. They just came out with Chord Generator Pro 2 not too long ago. It's pretty simple, fairly straightforward. You know, you select your key, select your scale, and the thing I like about Chord Generator 2, which is a Max for Live download, it is not a free Max for Live download, but it won't break the bank. I forgot how much it costs, but I bought it. And it has a randomized feature, which I think is really dope. So in addition to setting your key and your scale and a whole bunch of other things, there are a few randomized features for velocity, duration, and pitch. And I admire any plugins that work like that as far as chord generation goes. And I have a lot of them, but just by reading your question, at top of mind pops Chord Generator Pro 2. And it's a Max for Live joint. I forgot who makes it, but shout out to the company that makes it.
I thought you was gonna say that other one. I don't know if that's a secret, so I just won't say what it is.
Yeah, I don't even know which one you're talking about, but
you know, you put me on. It was one of those.
Oh, is Max for Live joint?
Yeah,
but that doesn't generate chords though. Wait, it might. I don't even know.
Yeah, no, the one. Yeah. I feel like it's one of those secret ones that I shouldn't say, so that's why I'm just not gonna say it.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not gonna encourage you.
Letter L beat says Captain Chords is ass. Bro, here's the thing.
Yo, wait. Hold. He said what now?
Captain Chords.
He said is what?
Ass. Bro, I can't even get into my account right now because I don't know why. For some reason, it doesn't. I can't find the receipt that I bought it, but I bought the whole bundle. I can't even log into my joint to even update. But then I was like, I don't think I like this anyway. It was the reason why I didn't use it. It's low key a disappointment. I'm not even gonna front.
Slim, I ain't gonna hold you. I got into messing with Captain Chords like Wednesday of this week, sometime during this week, and I was like, why am I not hype? Why am I ready to just shut this shit down? In theory, it is super great, but for me to get the results in here to out here, it's a bit of a disconnect. I'm not gonna call it trash, but there's a disconnect for sure. And even the theory of Captain Chords talks to Captain Deep and also to Captain Melody and Captain Morgan and all these motherfuckers talking to each other.
Captain Picard.
Yeah, exactly. Captain Picard is in here, but it's some type of disconnect, and or I'm just not generating the fly shit that I hear in my head when I use the platform. Number one, okay, I could be wrong. I think they got a strum feature, but I don't really gel with their strum feature. I would like to see more like random, like interval changing shit. But this goes into my bag of what I think could be better about all of these chord generation plugins. A company should probably holler at me. I've built some things using various plugins and Max for Live stuff and all that to kind of get these things to do what I want them to do. But Captain Chords, who has the most prominent name in this space, I feel like they're just missing one thing or one piece of the puzzle, and they could be really good. And then they came out with Captain Beat, which I don't have. Well, I might have it. I don't know. I bought the whole thing. I think it comes with the suite if you bought the whole thing. I just didn't download it yet. But from what I'm hearing in it, I'm not really seeing what I want. Like, it's not making drum patterns that I would use.
Yeah, to me, all the Captain stuff makes the most generic. It's like, do you want to make generic hip hop? Captain B.
Dog, it's all music theory, no style.
Yeah, exactly. And they need more programming rather than, hey, I'm not a fan. And okay, so letter L says Cthulhu is that thing, bro. I had a run with Cthulhu, bro.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Oh, wait.
Bro, I was the Cthulhu king, dog.
By the way, I just now figured out what you were about to say. And yeah, definitely I was not about to say that.
Yeah, I figured.
I was slow. But
because
yeah,
I got a placement off of that joint. Shout out to Oracle. Oracle told me about a joint and I got a placement off of it. Actually pretty big placement off of that joint.
Shout out to Triza getting the placement off the gym I gave him, and shout out to everybody I know is trying to DM me right now to ask me about what it is, and I'm sorry.
That's why I was like, I don't even know if I should talk about it.
Hey, listen, that was a gem. Listen, out of 100 gems, I'm gonna give 99 and die with one, and I'm gonna pass that one to my man.
Dog, that one I ain't even in front, bro. That was a gem.
Dog, this year ain't even over with, and that's probably gem of the year.
Bro, I used that joint the other day.
Yeah. Oh, you think I'm not about to put that thing to good use?
Oh, you know what? If we're talking about two separate things, I got a placement off of that one too coming up. You're talking about, I'm talking about, this is an old gem, Max for Live Boy.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell me which one this is. So I put you on that one too?
Yes, you put me on that one, and I got it. We'll talk about that one afterwards. Gotcha. And then letter L says, he said Cthulhu was that thing. Scalar too. Okay. Scalar has been what I've been using lately.
Yeah.
Because Cthulhu is great, but you have to program in a bunch of chords, right? And that was my issue of taking the time to program in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
For me, my issue with music theory is just my hands don't move where my brain should. So it's like being able to press the chords quickly to figure out where I want to go. That helps me a lot. So Scalar has been great for me as far as that. So that's what I've been using a whole lot lately. And even the dope thing about Scalar is you could say you got like a MIDI from Ben Trappin' 5, right? You could paste that MIDI into Scalar and then click detect, and it'll tell you what key it's in. So a lot of times if you get, like MIDI and you don't know what key it's in, it will tell you backwards of what key it's in, so you know how to build on. And
that's a fact. And so then if you use a melody generation program, I suggest using a melody generation program with a chord generation program. If you use something like I think it's like Melody Sauce or Maxwell Live, a good Maxwell Live joint is Riff Generator. Those things work good, and it helps that scaler will let you know what key your MIDI is in.
I gotta get two though. I got the original, the OG scaler.
Oh yeah, you guys step it up, man.
Let's see. I know this is probably a dumb question, but these packs, can they be loaded up in a Roland?
A Roland what? Answer that, and we can answer that question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can though.
Definitely. Let's see. We got another question here that I totally messed this up. Hold on, my bad. All right. The question is, how do you feel about the push, and how do you use it to fit your workflow? I love push. I know Triza, you have or had a push.
Push boys.
Yeah, push boys in the building. I'm not going to turn this into a whole push segment, but what I think is dope about push, and I've said this on the show plenty of times before, is that unlike other things that I use, like I use Machine, I use MPC, I use a lot of different hardware controllers. But the thing about push that I think is so dope is that it's not a hardware controller that runs a software that's inside of your DAW or parallel to your DAW. Push is your DAW. Like what you're seeing on the push screen is your Ableton. Those tracks are your Ableton. It's not something loaded into Ableton to where you have to then export out of that into your DAW to get things popping. Like, so it's one of, if not the only controller, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, one of the only controllers that you're actually you're controlling your music software, not a VST or a plugin inside of the software. So that is the number one thing I like about push. And as far as the workflow goes, just because it is controlling the actual DAW and I'm controlling the actual parts of my Ableton, it makes my workflow faster because I don't have to do stuff in this particular thing, export it, and then redo stuff to it. So that's my take on push.
That was my biggest pain. Like, I love the Renaissance. When the Renaissance came out, that was like my joint. Like, I loved it. But that export had the drag back in feature was so stupid. And that's why I like the push. The push is everything is so, you're just controlling your computer. So it's like, it's not that extra step of like, all right, I got to save this. And then that whole file allocation thing. Anytime you got to export stuff and files are being moved all over the place, it like frustrates me because you got to really make sure you save. Because if you slip up, bro, you don't know how many times I done lost complete drum pattern from putting it on my desktop and then dragging it over and then not saving as I just saved and then.
Facts, dog. That is was the most frustrating thing about using MPCs to me, because I love the sequencer. Just like, we talked about on the show before. I'm sure you're a super fan of the sequencer, but after you make everything in the MPC, which by the way, when I make stuff in the MPC, I tend to use more stuff than I would use in just using my DAW. Then you have to find a way to get it out. With the standalone MPCs now, they export to a Ableton session file.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is dope. Shout out to whoever just bought Ben Trappin' 5. I think that's dope. The one place where MPCs slip though is if you're using it as a VST, you can't save your project you're working on, whatever you're working on MPC, to a ALS file, which is the Ableton Live session file.
Oh, that's whack.
You can only do it in standalone. I think that is super whack. I don't like the fact that a lot of these companies, when using stuff as a VST, you're limited to features that you have in standalone. And it also works vice versa, because in certain things, like if you use it as standalone, like for instance, not to shoot down MPC, shout out to Akai, I still love you, but you can't utilize the best time stretching in standalone mode on MPCs. You can only go up to like the mid, you can only go up to like the mid tier of time stretching. Whereas if you hook it up to your computer and now use it with the software, you can use the highest quality of time stretching. So they do that. And then when you're dealing with a MPC specifically as a VST, you can't do Ableton Live session export, and you also can't control MIDI, USB MIDI from the controller if you're hooked up as a VST. It may sound weird, but even though I'm using stuff as a VST inside of Ableton, I would like to use the MPC to sequence my tracks in Ableton as I'm using it as a VST in Ableton. I know I may be weird for that, but I just see a good workflow in that, and you aren't able to do that. So
yeah, anything that could take out moving pieces. Like I feel like anytime it's too many separate things, it starts getting complicated. And that's why it sounds weird, but most of the time I just work off my laptop in a MIDI keyboard because it's so simple. I can't really mess that up. But then when you start bringing in this sampler where you got to export and reroute stuff and then run it through your interface, to me it just adds too many steps for me to when I'm cooking up, my time is limited and I want to make 5 beats quickly. I don't want to be sitting there trying to worry about like, oh man, did I save this here and this? So for me, it works better, and that's why I like the push. The push is the shit. I can't wait for the next one. Facts. Whatever they drop the new one, no runner. Because I'm tight.
Thank you, sir. Woo.
That one's stung. No runner.
Wrong pipe. Please hit the chat.
He said MV 88,000 has crazy time stretch. My dog. If you don't come to 2020. Oh man. If you like that time stretch, I could show you some time stretching.
Bruh.
Serato sample, immaculate, bro. Immaculate.
Oh yeah. You'll never go home.
I don't mean to laugh at you. My dog eyes water.
Oh shit! You know, you catch some dust or something.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. Have you tried the MPK Mini 3? Hold on, let me look at that. Let me type it over here.
That's their newest one. You know what? I don't have that one. I want to get an MPK. I currently use an LPK on a daily basis, and that's the one without knobs, a screen, pads, nothing. It's just 2 octaves of mini keys, and I like it because it doesn't take up too much desk real estate. And I feel like an MPK for the space I have allotted for my LPK would take up too much desk real estate. Like if it was a part of all the stuff you see behind me, that'd be cool. But for the space in front of me, I can't see myself using an MPK. No, I'm gonna get right. Don't worry about me.
Oh shit, my bad.
I'm gonna get right.
I ain't know. It had me frozen on. Oh damn! Did it kick me out?
Damn. Yeah, you out. You gotta come back in, bro.
All right, hold on.
Serato samples goat. Smoking Aces says, "Oh yeah, as far as time stretching goes, and I'm able to shawty to the death, but the time stretch game, Serato got that down, bro.
Damn it!
Oh,
Oracle.
come on, man. Come on, bro. Not both of us now.
Woo! That one hurt.
I get to blame mine on the alcohol like Jamie Foxx. I don't know what's your problem.
Hey man. Red Cup gang.
Got you. Red Cups in the building. You should be coming into the chat pretty soon.
What's the difference between the MPK, the Mini 3? It looks the same. It just looks like they just kind of changed the look of it a little bit.
Looks the exact same. I don't know what the difference is, but it looks the exact same. If anybody in here knows what the difference is, please let us know.
Yeah, it looks like I'm not mad at those keyboards. As far as best looking MIDI keyboards, they're definitely in the top. Yeah. Especially if you like portable ones.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad.
Bruh, someone says, do you have any Ableton tutorials? I don't personally. However, some of the tutorials on the YouTube channel are done in Ableton, but they're not Ableton specific. We try to make tutorials that are where the techniques can be applied to any DAW, regardless of the DAW that the tutorial is being done in. And we try to keep that universal, at least on SoundOracle.net. I mean, and shout out to all the people that do specialty videos like FL videos or Ableton videos. But for now, on SoundOracle.net, we keep it universal, regardless of what DAW the tutorial is in.
I was gonna say the producer mindset course. We did it in Ableton, but it's it's broken down so you could basically, if no matter what DAW it is, you could follow along. So if interested in that, check out the musicproducermindset.com. Check that joint out.
Facts.
Let Smoking Aces says he needs some milk. Somebody.
Oh, I got some milk.
I thought you had real milk.
No, hell no.
My face was about to be disgusted.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you drink milk, get out of here right now,
bro.
Have you ever personally seen someone over the age of 12 drink milk as a beverage? Oh, just regular milk.
Bro, it's a few things in life that I'm afraid of and terrified of, and milk is one of those things. I'm disgusted by the thought of milk. Like, if you're drinking milk in the same room with me, I'm ready to fight. Like, it's top tier. It's open water, like ocean water. Like, I don't mess with ocean water, like sharks and that kind of thing. You know, respectable fear.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you.
And milk is right there. Milk it's right under that top tier. I don't even, bro. This is how my milk phobia is. I don't drink almond milk because it has the word milk in it.
Now that's
I'm just staying true. I'm staying true to myself. I don't drink almond milk, soy milk, none of that because it has the word milk. If it's got milk in it, I don't mess with it.
Yeah, see, I rock with almond milk. I actually had some almond milk yesterday, but I can't be mad at you, bro. Now, people that drink regular milk as a beverage, though, they are colonizing Mars for y'all.
Yeah,
y'all can get the hell out of here, bro.
Y'all drinking titty puss.
Right. Let's see. Letter L says it makes no sense. Water would have been cheaper. Yeah. Exactly. JJ Pro says never mind. JJ Bro 1. Norfolk tap water. That is milk. Yep. Almond milk and oat milk is legit. I rock with the almond milk, bro. I do. Some coconut mixes are cool. Yeah, coconut milk is cool too. I've started preferring almond milk over coconut milk though. One thing you won't catch me with is regular milk.
Yeah, and see, I have I'm a young vegan, and I'm also have a bad dairy allergy, so that's another reason that plays into my.
Oh, you're black.
Yeah, I mean that, but bro, I get sick, bro. I get like bad.
Ooh,
yes, that's why I stay away. Let's see. Hold on. Smoking asked a question. Hold on, let me find it. This is before we got into the milk debacle and shaming people who drink milk. Shame on you guys. Thank you,
because I was about to go on another little tear.
Oh, just save it real quick. It was about my green screen. He was asking, how do I get my green screen set up? So this bad boy right here, it's literally, I got one of those little photography kits where you had the little cloths and you hang it. And this was the cloth that came with it. And I just pinned it to my wall. And I've had it there for like 3 years and I never used it. I had the idea that I was going to become a gamer and start doing that stuff. And I never used it because it would be either my internet was messing up or my computer wasn't strong enough. And there'd be some issue with the whole streaming thing. But now that we've quarantined, I had time to sit down. Green screen's been put to use.
Now that the show hasn't been live in like months.
Oh yeah. I ain't go front, bro. I enjoy the live show, but I enjoy just being able to walk downstairs and not have to sit in traffic.
Bro, like, yo, I be in this show like, I just woke up. I was laying down over there. Just knocked out. Yeah. As fun as it was doing it live, I know it's less of a headache because you don't have to drive an hour to get to the show and an hour back or whatever the whole thing was. But yeah, this is just easier. Like, we can link up real quick. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't had shoes on in months.
No, yeah, at all. Why?
Yeah. This whole show is just me with a decent shirt, some balling shorts, and some Jordan slippers. Hey,
it's the life.
Facts.
Okay, where's your rant?
Okay, it wasn't a rant. I was about to answer a question, but I saw it getting kind of ranty here. Let me find the question again.
Why is milk the devil? No.
Once you hear the question, you're gonna immediately see how this is gonna get ranty for me, but I'll try to condense it. And the question is, what are your preferred ways to sample? Do you primarily sample in Ableton on the hardware? If in Ableton, what is the best sampling workflow? All right. Typically, when I like to sample on hardware or hardware controllers. And the only reason why is because I like threshold sampling, which is sampling being triggered by the volume getting over a certain level. Ableton itself as a native native to its DAW doesn't have threshold sampling. It's kind of just a count in, or when you hit record, it starts recording. There are threshold sampling plugins for Maxwell Live, but none of them work consistently enough for me. So saying all that to say, when I do sample in Ableton, because there are more benefits to sampling in Ableton than sampling outside of Ableton, my method is to just record regardless of threshold. So usually a bar or half a bar or whatever before when I really want to start recording. And lastly, when I want to stop, like a little bit after the bar I want to stop on. And the reason why it's dope to sample in Ableton, because once you do that, you can just easily identify your start point. It's usually going to be a tick right there where you could just say, set this to 1. And if you know Ableton well enough and you can listen to something and know that where you want to stop is at the end of the 2nd bar or end of the 4th bar, you just drag the 3 or the 5 to wherever that end is. And now, boom, you have a perfect loop immediately. Okay. So sampling in Ableton initially, not really the shit for me because I would like threshold sampling, but the benefits far outweigh the deficiencies in it because it's so easy to just sample something. Number one, when you sample anything, it's going to automatically get it in time with whatever the tempo is. Right. That's dope. And it's so easy to set the start point, the end point, and then just do it for various clips. And now you got a whole line or a whole column of clips. So I prefer to sample on hardware, but when I do sample in Ableton a lot, and it's easier to just sample inside of the DAW.
Yeah, that's more Oracle, because most of the time, 90%, 95%, I'm in the box.
Yeah, most people are more drag and drop.
Yeah, that's me. I will, if I'm like feeling feisty, I'll screen record some audio from some random source, you know what I mean? Rip the audio, drag that mug into my Serato sample or something, you know what I mean?
Shit.
But, I ain't gonna front. I haven't sampled in so long, dog. I'm telling you, that one thing messed me up. Every once in a while I hear something, I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and do this. But
yeah,
for the most part, I don't really sample like that. Yo, dog, B-Man sent me something today, bro, that you would appreciate. I ain't gonna say which one it is, but he sent me a classic those Kai disc.
Oh yes.
And it was some heat on that joint. It's a contact one, like a Giga sample. What do we call it?
Oh, Giga Studio joints?
Hold on, I'm about to tell you exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah, I got way too excited about that too.
It's some heat on it. A lot of songs was made off this joint. He called me like, bro, only you will be excited about this.
Yeah. Real quick, while you look for that, Zulu. Oh, I answered this. He says threshold sampling. Basically, let's see, threshold sampling ? Come on, screen. I know you probably can't go into detail here, but is there something about it on the site? I explained it in the definition, probably after you ask this question. But threshold sampling is basically when your sampling triggers after the volume crosses a certain threshold that you set.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. See, I just drag and drop the sample, and most people do, and I can't be mad at that. I'm just from a school of going through records and sampling various parts, like part by part. But honestly, the easiest way to do any of this would be, you probably have it in a WAV file or whatever, and to just drag it and then kind of chop it up visually. But I have a preferred workflow, which is why it works for me. But the easiest way is, just drag and drop and then, just chop it up from there.
Oracle, I'm not going to front. You have a very different workflow. I feel like you've simplified it even more, though, lately. Because I remember a time we'd be making beats, you'd be like, oh, hold on, let me repitch this joint. This joint ain't in the right key. It's not in the key. I'd be like, what is going on?
People, you know what? I never knew why in sessions people would look so strange when I would say that. I'm like, let me get the sample in key. And people would be like, well, what do you mean? And the reason why that would happen, of course, Triza, but I'm going to explain to everybody else, is that when I work in Ableton, I like to work in repitch mode, which basically speeds up or slows down your sample according to the pitch. It doesn't lock your sample into semitones. It just slows it up freehand and speeds it up freehand according to the pitch. So if I'm at a tempo and it's on repitch, I know there is a 100% chance that sample is not locked into a semitone. So what I'm doing when I repitch it is I take it off of repitch, put it into complex, and then I can pitch it up or down by semitones. And the reason why I don't do that initially is because every sample I play will always play at the original pitch and just stretch or condense. Whereas in repitch, it speeds up and slows down according to the tempo. So every time you play that sample, it's going to sound different. Because last time you might have played it and your tempo was 90 and it was sped up to whatever it sounded like at 90. And that's totally different than the next time you hear it and it's on repitch and your tempo is 60. It's going to sound like a totally different sample. So that's why I never leave it at the original pitch, because it would just be easier to just put it in the original pitch and then pitch it up or down in semitones. But I like when I hear it loaded up,
give you different ideas.
It's different. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's smart. I'll just be like, I'll be trying to put the 808. I'm like, am I tripping? And you're like, oh, hold on. Let me switch
a little while and be like, hold on, man. How come everything I play along with what he's playing is not in key?
That, and then your BPMs used to be wow. Oracle's used to be math problems. 87.5539.
That was coming from a hardware MPC background. You're absolutely right. Because when you do threshold sample and you don't have time stretching, in order to get things to swing and flow a little bit like you wanted to, you might have to adjust that tempo a little bit, do some points. But now I'm off that. I seek counseling. Man. I got counseling. I've weaned myself off of the places past the decimal, and I only use flat tempos. I don't even use 0.5s. Unless you collab with me, and then you'll probably end up using a 0.5 dealing with me, because I'm a half tempo guy, and a lot of people are double tempo guys. So my 65 or my whatever is gonna be different for you.
Right. I'm a changed man, because I used to never be the double tempo guy. I was always the 74 guy, but now, bro, I'm double tempo short because the hi-hats are so much easier, bro.
100%.
It's so much easier doing the double times. I'm just like, all right, this is where it's at.
Dog, a lot of note repeats, not only note repeats, a lot of things that require some type of syncing to quantization stop at 32 or stop at 16. And my thing is, if I'm a half tempo person, which I am, at my 60, if I want to do a 64th or 128th hi-hat for whatever reason, maybe I'm feeling crazy, I can't do that. And I'm like, no, come on. Everybody who does anything with quantization should be able to go up to at least 128. If you can't satisfy your needs after 128, then you're on your own. But come on, look out for us half tempo guys. Stop stopping at 16 or 32.
The letter LB says, y'all hate on Reason, but the stretch/pitch engine is crazy. I know I retired from my Reason hate after DJ Toomp was about to beat me up. So I have nothing to say on this matter, Oracle, to you.
I ain't gonna lie, it's been so long since I used Reason. I don't even think I was using it when they had stretch at all. So I can neither
like
confirm. So you're not off your Reason hate, is what you're saying. Right. So you do right still there. Hate Reason as a company.
There, man. Bro, it was just right there.
Y'all was doing so good. Y'all pieced it up for like 2 seconds. So man. really. But people in here, other than the letter L, please, if anybody in here could testify to how good or bad the Reason time stretch is, I would love to hear it. Also, I would love to hear where it is in comparison to Serato sample time stretch, because Serato sample time stretch is the king right now. Or Serato in general is just the king of time stretching, with Ableton being a very close second. Very close.
Ilman has been cooking up on Reason all week. I seen him cooking up on Reason.
That's right. He had to get off of Pro Tools because of some MacBook situation or something, right?
I ain't gonna front. I will take Reason over Pro Tools in making beats any day. Pro Tools is the most atrocious thing for me personally. Making beats in Pro Tools, 100. It's so weird, bro. I hate it, dog.
100. I'm saying 100, and I've never even tried to make a beat in Pro Tools, but I've seen people do it, and it was a while ago, but I'm like, you're doing a lot right now, bro. Almost like this was not designed for what you're doing.
One of my mentors, that's what all he would do is like make beats in Pro Tools, and that's what made me get into Logic. Is just because I wanted to use whatever he wasn't using. I saw that and I was like, yo, Any DAW that's not this, I'm using this.
What'd you say? Cakewalk? Yeah, give me that Cakewalk 3.
Yeah, anything. Audacity, run that.
Facts. But also shout out to now, speaking of the Illmind thing, shout out to anybody who is willing to abandon something that they've been using for a long time that's tried and true in the efforts of fixing the situation or creating a better situation for themselves. A lot of people will not abandon what they currently use because of the comfort factor. It's not me or you, because both of us have jumped ship on a lot of things when something better came along. I went from the window to Cubase to what's the shit I used to use all the time?
Bitwig? No. Reaper?
What happened to Bitwig? That's the mystery. Reaper, though. To Reaper, to finally settling on Ableton. And I've used everything in between since then. But it does take a lot for you to abandon something that you've been with for years to achieve something better. So shout out to Illmind for that.
No, that's real. That takes because it's, once you realize it's the person, not the DAW, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Illmind gonna be cold on whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Whatever I have used, and I've used a million things, all my shit still sounds like it would. Like you can't tell what I did it on. It all sounds the same. Yeah. So
Zulu had some choice words for reason. He said F reason. I'm not gonna look. My reason things is all fun and games. It's an easy joke, you know what I mean? He said, hold on, let me find this comment. My screen scroll.
And he got all the spicy comments. I got one after that from him.
Hold on. My screen scroll. Dog, this blue stacks is so trash with the scroll.
And I think you are freezing up.
Oh my God.
You're currently frozen on the gram, bro.
Okay, am I back?
Nah, you still circling, bro. You circling the drain right now. Damn.
Well, YouTube.
Damn. Nah, you circling the drain. Should I kick you off of the gram and bring you back?
Am I back now?
Oh shit, no, you back. You bike.
Okay, cool.
You bike, bro.
Yeah, that Tomb thing. Look, here's the thing. Tomb will
wait, what did you say about Tomb? We missed it.
Hold on. Damn it. I found it and then I got rid of it because I thought
Oh yeah.
Damn it. There's a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Basically, that Tomb got me. Okay, Tomb made Triza a new man about reason, and then the next comment is never mind.
That's a pretty accurate summation of what just happened right there.
I mean, here's the thing: Tomb is a legend. Who am I to disrespect a legend? You know what I mean? So if Tomb speaks, I'm not too big to listen. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Tomb is a G. DJ Khalil is another person I respect highly. They use reason. So Slay the Monster, homie, makes fire off reason. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I don't want to throw no stones. And those reason memes cause a lot of controversy, dog. Y'all don't know how my DMs was looking.
So you'll make more, is what you're saying, because you got to make more.
Yeah, as soon as another one pops up in my mind, like I still be seeing that reason one that caused all that drama.
Yeah,
the Family Guy one. I saw it like 2 days ago. So hey, as soon as another one pops in my head, I will be making it, and it's only until something really great comes. Then I'm gonna keep quiet, and I'll probably pick on Logic or something.
Facts. So someone here, this is not really a question, but someone asked if we could speak on the lost artist, the plight of the lost artist with no direction. So as I read this, I'm kind of thinking, is that the problem, or is there simply too much direction at this point? And the reason why I ask that is because, today alone in my DMs, there were like 3 people saying how much they love the art of beat mixing course that we got, right? And the reason why all of them, thank you. The reason why all of them stated that was because it was much easier than sifting through YouTube forever trying to find the proper videos that you want. So tying that back into talking about the plight of the artist with no guidance, I'm like, is there just simply too much guidance out there at this point? Because if you're an artist, producer, whatever, if you look to Google, if you look to YouTube, it's so much shit. And since anybody can make videos and anybody can say anything, a lot of it is just, it's not bad information. It's just kind of like half-ass information. Like it's nothing thorough, or somebody might have one dope video about something, but the rest of their videos don't really speak to what you're looking for. And I think, I just think it might be a case of too much guidance out there. But what I would say is this is where, as an artist or a producer, if you need guidance, you have to start looking at the credible sources outside of what just pops up when you Google something or when you search something. If there's a person that's out there giving advice, a person that's out there saying they did this, that, and the third, like it's easy enough also now to check that person, to go to their socials, to see what they've done, to look at their friends group, to see who they're associated with. And then I think you have to plot a strategy for your own mental well-being, so you're not spending 48 hours looking for an answer to one thing on YouTube. You have to plot and plan a strategy for certain people that you follow for specific things. You know what I mean? Real. So yeah, I don't think there's not guidance out there. I think there's just an overage. Yeah, it's just an overage of guidance, and you have to look for specific people. And one help in that search is that when you find a specific person, look at the people that they're associated with, and you may find like-minded people, because, you know, birds of a feather and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, I feel like especially with content, you gotta like know what you're following that person for. Like, all right, this person makes good like technical stuff. Like Letter L said, it's got to be more focused on art rather than tech. I feel like a lot of people can make great tech stuff, but then when it comes to art, it's a different thing because they haven't necessarily been in those fields. You know what I mean? True. And you know, and art is subjective, of course, but like you got to kind of just filter out, like, look what that person's did, and then, all right, cool. Then I'm gonna get my advice based off of that.
Right.
Because a lot of people, and I mean, internet makes it such an overload of what's going on. It's so much content coming at you all at once. Another thing I would suggest is to lock in with somebody. If you're an artist struggling to figure out your direction, go find one producer and really work with that person. At least you're going to have a direction. You're going to figure out a lot of stuff. It might not be the greatest thing, but you're going to figure out something in that process. Like for me as a producer, I learned the most working with my homeboy who was a writer. And we locked in that same time I said I was in LA for all that time, and it's supposed to be 2 weeks. That whole time we were working together and working on projects. Mm-hmm. And I learned so much in production from just locking in with this one person and having a different like voice on ideas, to where it wasn't just me in my head and I'm overthinking everything. Anytime, bro, when it comes to me and it's just me, I overthink it. Anytime I have it's a group project where I feel like I do well. Like Ben Trapping, Doc, he was like, yo, we should switch this, we should change it. Bad. All right, cool. I got it.
If it was just you by yourself, though,
bro, I would have freaked out.
Right. Like, think about how many times like we've worked together, like making beats or whatever. There's like no thinking involved. Mm-hmm. None. But in any of those situations, any beat that we ever did together, if it was just you or just me, the beat either A, would have never happened, or would have been where it was in like 2 days, maybe, as opposed to being where it was in 15, 20 minutes. To when we did it. So a lot can be said. That's a really good point. A lot can be said to locking in with somebody else. Also, that kind of reminds me, great friend of the show, hip hop legend, production legend, Bangladesh. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. He has a lot of good things to say about the show, a lot of good things to say about us, and we have a ton of good things to say about him.
God.
Facts. But he did a video recently talking about locking in. You were talking about, as an artist, you should lock in with a producer. And he was answering a question somebody asked him about basically how to be successful as a producer. And his advice was find an artist and basically lock in and break an artist, or get with a writer. we've talked about that on this show before, but I think it bears repeating because I think it's becoming more of a lost art in the day and age where people could sell beats to a ton of different people. Like, think about it. When you were just in your city, you could only get to the people that you could reach in your city. You had to lock in with no more than 3 or 4 artists tops. It's not like it was a million people from all over the world that you could just sell shit to all day. But so I think it's becoming more of a lost art. But I think as a producer, especially an up and coming producer, or if you want to like really break through, if you could just get with an artist or get with a writer and just make content and put that shit out on a regular basis, your name, I believe, will get out there more.
Think about Mike Will, Ray Shrimp, you know what I mean? Like, think about Metro. When I think of Metro, I think of Future and Sunny Digital.
Timberland, Missy,
Aaliyah,
Timberland, Genuine. Come on, bro. Like, yeah.
Pharrell, the Clips, you know what I mean? Like, it's always one of those things of like producers break an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, you know, I've done it. It's just the artist failed me. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That kind of like made me like, all right, let me focus on myself a little bit. But it is something that I think about getting into all the time. Is getting back on doing. I feel like I would enjoy the process more if I had a project that I was working on rather than just making beats all the time.
Bruh, I'm with you. I would love to. I would love to just get in with artists and do a whole project. I haven't done that in years. Like way too many years.
No, I think that's the cheat code, man. Because and I think it was last week we was talking. It just most producers aren't used to having people on their music, so that's going to be the biggest learning experience because it's different. Making a beat. That's why, again, no shade to beat battles, but that's why I never really rock with beat battles. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's because I'm not trying to make beats for other producers. I'm trying to make beats for the world to hear and to dance to. That's the way I look at it. So it's like, when you start getting writers on your stuff, you be like, bruh, that 62 triplet
that's a fact
snare roll that I got here is kind of unnecessary. It's kind of taken away from the song.
Bro, you will learn so much about yourself as a producer working with an artist. You will learn like wow, I put way too much shit in the track, or I tend to hoard the high frequencies where the voice goes because I'm not used to having people on my shit. So yeah, you raise a really good point there. Damn, I had another point I was going to tie into that. I forgot. I got a million.
Joey on the track, yo, dope writer. Another person I've worked with, learned a lot from.
Get them air horns. You get them air horns.
Shout out to Young Joey, A. Marie, and Rich Harrison. Big facts.
Oh, come on,
classic
man.
album,
bruh. Man, Rich Harrison don't get enough credit either, man. DMV legend. Anyway, the art of beat mixing, come in act to y'all book from. I don't know what ACTY.
I think he is like, does it come in like a book form?
Oh, does it come in a book form? No, actually, well, yes and no. It does have a book component to it, but it's in PDF, not physical book. Yeah.
Let's see. LMA, DJ Mustard, great duo.
On,
Mustard
man.
and YG, great duo. Tay Keith and Block Boy.
So many, bro. So many.
I feel like that's I'm telling 40 and Drake, you know what I mean? Like,
facts.
So yeah, hey, go find your artist, make a project, even if it's 3 songs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get it out there.
Yeah. Also, that same gentleman that asked that question wanted to talk about the lost art of artist development. Ooh. Hey, man, listen, I think artist development should be brought back, but we don't have time for that, bro, because we have 20 seconds. Ooh. Listen, man, sorry, they just popped it up on me. It's been another episode of Unquantized Podcast. If you have not already, hit SoundOracle.net or theproducerkit.com to pick up Ben Trappin' 5, the ultimate trap kit full of drums, melodies, MIDI, stems. Listen, man, hit up my stories, hit up theproducerkit.com, hit up everything. You'll see what it is. We've been kicked off of Instagram already, so it's just us in YouTube now.
Alrighty, guys, appreciate you. Sorry that ended abruptly. Go get Ben Trappin' 5. And
yeah.
Peace out.
Later.